Welcome back. Hopefully I haven't scared you all away yet with our notion of confessing our sins. We started by noting that we confess to our merciful God, and we noted yesterday that we confess with one another. We recognize that we are all sinners, we are all broken and in need of confessing. Today we reflect on the conclusion of that first part of we confess. What do we confess? That we have sinned against you. Now remember, we started the confession with merciful God. And now we say that we have sinned against you. What is sin? What is it that we need to think about when we do offer confession, be it general or individual? What is sin? Well, sin in the prayer book definition, if you will, is anything that separates us from the love of God. Anything that separates us from our relationship with God. Now, let's be very clear. There is nothing that we can do to separate us from the love of God. So go ahead and take that off of your list of concerns. Sin is, yes, something that can separate us from the love of God, but nothing we do will ever separate us from that love of God. God's love is unimaginable. God's love is unending. God's love is without bounds. But sin can be that which gets in the way of our relationship with God. So it's important that we note right from the front that, God, I realize that there are aspects of my life, things I do, thought, word, and deed, as we'll talk about shortly, that are not in harmony with your gospel, that are not in harmony with the life that Jesus lived, the life that instructs us to turn the other cheek, to give to those in any need, to love neighbor as self. So confessing the sin is acknowledging to God, you know what? I'm not perfect. I have a long ways to go. And there are some things in my life that I realize I do that are not in harmony with the love that you've shown us through Christ. Again, I noted yesterday that confession is entering into those dark places, being very vulnerable. And for us to acknowledge that we are broken, that we do consciously do things that we know, I know this is not what Jesus would do, but I'm going to do it anyway. We need to confess that. We need to be honest with ourselves and recognize the fact, this is what I am doing.